Hey everybody, it's April and it's week 8 of 2023 and it's a Monday and I'm going to talk about how to make Monday magnificent. So we're going to get started on forearms and then switch around a little bit. So if you're starting on forearms, wrap your hands around your biceps so you know you have the right distance between your arms. Bring your forearms out in front of you. You can interlace fingers if you like. I think that makes it a little easier. Or you can keep your hands flat in front of you. Pull your shoulders down your back. Then lift your upper back, lift your chest, pull in your belly, come up on your toes, shift your weight forward slightly. The timer has begun, and then do everything again. Press into the floor again so you're actually broadening your upper back, pull in your belly, tighten up your glutes, press your heels back. I felt everything in my spine move. You know, I think maybe that needs to be one of my themes one day, is talking about how you can give yourself an adjustment with a plank. Because, and it doesn't happen every time, but it does happen frequently, especially when I go back. We're at 30 seconds. When I go back and redo everything, and see, I'm doing it again. Feeling that nice broadening, pressing into the floor. I'm getting to where now, because maybe it's because I've been planking for about 3 years. Actually, it is almost 3 years. That my spine needs it. It's almost like my spine craves this adjustment that I get from planking. So I digress. I really wanted to talk about 1 minute. I'm going to switch to my hands. How magnificent it is to plank. How magnificent it makes your Mondays. And my hair is looking really goofy anyway. If you switched, come back to your good plank. Press into the floor again. Separate your shoulders. Pull in your belly. Press your heels back. Make sure your gaze is just in front of your fingertips. I mean, you're just looking down, but not tucking or looking straight up. So I think Monday is just one of the most magnificent days of the week. It's 1:30, by the way. It's probably my favorite day of the week because, you know, maybe last week was bad, or maybe the weekend wasn't what you wanted. But now here's this new opportunity to do something magnificent. And by magnificent, I don't mean that has to be in the news or anything, things that other people talk about. It's magnificent for you, and that's what matters. And maybe planking, 2 minutes, I'm going to switch to forearms, and I'm going to lift a leg. Maybe planking is something magnificent you do for yourself, that you're starting on your fitness plan and taking steps to become fit. Or increase your fitness level. And that's a great thing. So that makes it marvelous for you, magnificent for you. And that's what really matters. It doesn't matter, 2:30, it doesn't mean that you have to be doing magnificent things that other people notice, but it's magnificent for you. And you know, even if you want to talk about it, you can tell people, I started planking today. I held for 30 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes or however long you're holding, or maybe you increased your plank time, and that's magnificent. So you just keep going and you keep doing it, and it's going to be even more marvelous. 3 minutes, I'm switching to side plank. Stacking your feet, or you can bring your top foot in front of you. Stay nice and lifted. Make sure you're not collapsing into your bottom ankle bone. So I think about pressing the sole of my bottom foot toward the floor. Really lift out of your bottom shoulder. Actively lift your hips. So it's kind of like you're exaggerating the movement a little bit. Coming up on 3:30, so I'm switching. And you know, side plank is actually, it's a balancing act. And so it is considered an arm balance. So you're doing something a little more advanced when you do side plank on your hand. You can also do side plank on your forearm. It's okay, whichever works better for you. And again, you don't even have to do side plank, but it does really target your obliques when you're doing a side plank. And 4 minutes, it just offers a little variety while you're planking, which I think makes it a little bit easier to hold it longer if you throw in something different while you're planking. And again, that doesn't mean that you should be moving around the whole time, because that's not really holding, that's moving. But it is okay to switch. Oh, and don't forget, you can go to my blog, handstandinggrandma.com, and if you sign up for emails, which really all you're going to get is an alert when I have a new post. But if you sign up for emails, you can get a PDF of how to work up to a 5-minute plank. And I have it set up where you can work up to 5 minutes in 5 weeks. But if you want to take longer, you can. Or if you don't want to work up to 5 minutes, that's okay. But how to increase your time, and it was how I did it. So there are lots of ways. We're at 5 minutes, so I'm going to hold just a few seconds longer. But I will have to tell you that I feel quite magnificent after I plank. Even though it is still hard for me sometimes. Sometimes I'm a little shaky. But that's all right, because I know that planking has made me so much stronger in my abs, in my arms, toning my legs, improving my posture. It's just a really magnificent thing, and it's something magnificent that you can do for yourself. And especially if you start on Mondays, that's setting the tone for the week. Okay, make your week and your Monday magnificent. Have a great day.